King D, back with another one. How are we doing, my kings and queens? So, just got home from work and I'm drenched. So, I took my bottom half down so I can sit down. Not that you needed to know that, but here we go. So, this one, guys, is, I mean, there's being independent. There's being a stubborn git. And then there's being an avoidant. Right, and I want you to think about this. Like, for me, I'm very independent. I'm very stubborn as well, and I'm not the only one. My dad was the same, and I've just spoke to his dad, and he's the same as well. And it is who we are, but it's not a good thing, right? I mean, like, being independent sounds great, doesn't it? Of course it does. Of course it fucking does. Being independent, not needing other people, great. But the issue is with that is that we are social creatures, and there is going to come a time in all of our lives when we need other people. We do. There's no way around it. Like, for me, recently, I've been lower than something really low. That's how much my brain's working today. Something really, really low. What's really low? My standards after 10 pints. That's how low I've been recently. Do you like that one? So, we're pretty much rock bottom for a good while. And did I ask for help? No, did I, folk? Could I have done with help? Yeah, definitely. And it's, to be fair, I mean, like, throughout my life, through recent years anyway, I've gotten better at talking to people, but it's tiny little baby steps, right? Asking for help, fucking hell, no thanks. I mean, even now, that one's a struggle. That one is a struggle, but I want to address it because maybe you're the same as me, right? And if you are, it's not normal. And it's not right either. It's not the right way to go about life. So, I mean, like, my work van broke down 2 days before taking the kids away, and I'm thinking, okay, now I need a vehicle. Instead of doing like what a normal person would do, and asking for help, no, I was like, right, I'm doing this by myself. To get another vehicle, so I was like scrambling to get hold of something, and luckily there was a vehicle in walking distance that were going for sale, so I sorted it and I got it. It was a bit more than I wanted to pay, but it got me on holiday with the kids and we had a great time. So in that instance it worked out a treat, but I ended up nearly getting a much smaller car where I'd have really struggled to get all my tools in. That would have been an absolute drama. But at the time, I was thinking, well, I need something now. And I know I'm rambling and I'm telling you a fucking story again, but stick with me because you'll understand what I mean here. So, because it was just by chance that I got this 7-seater that I've got now, because for me, I need something for all my tools. I need to get all my tools in the car so I can do my block paving and my patios, driveways, all that sort of shit. But I need the seats as well for my kids. So I did have a big minibus thing. It was great because I could get all my tools in there and the kids. Job's a good one, but it went and fucking died on me. After spending a fucking fortune on the twatting thing, getting it through its MOT and all. Well, that's another story. So, right. I'm not going to ramble too much anyway. So, I looked on the internet, right? I thought, I need a car quick because I'm taking the kids away in 2 days and I've got fuck all, and it's a long way to the seaside on foot. So I found something pretty cheap in walking distance. I thought, it'll do. Whereas what I could have done, and I nearly got it as well, and that would have been a bad move, but fortunately there was one a bit further up the road going for sale. There was the 7-seater. But I could have ended up with this piece of shit car where I couldn't have even got all my tools in, right, just so I'm on the fucking road. And because I wouldn't ask for help. My brother lives 5 doors away from me, right? I could have said, bro, I need your help. Could you give me an hand? I found a car further than walking distance, something more that would have benefited me better. Would you mind giving me a lift? Now, he has done in the past, but my go-to, my sort of autopilot, my reset default status is don't ask for fucking help. Do not. So some of you are going to be watching this and thinking, well, yeah, you're quite stubborn, quite independent. You know, you don't rely on other people. But as I was saying, every now and then we need to rely on other people. We do. So it's something I'm reprogramming myself, shall we say. So I'm still going to slip up because this is new to me. I am still going to slip up because you revert to what you've always known. Yeah, it takes time to build a new habit to make it normal, where asking help is fucking normal. Yeah, so bear that one in mind. So, and what I really want to say, because this is a big eye-opener, it's been a huge eye-opener for me. You may or may not have caught my video on attachment styles. Now, there will be a lot more to come. Don't worry about that, Doke. Juicy topics as well. And I thought back to my attachment style, and I thought, I am avoidant. I'm a fearful avoidant, which is in batshit. And part of the avoidance is not wanting to get let down. Having this self-belief, this belief inside your head that people will let you down. People are going to abandon you. You can't trust people. Do it your fucking self. Yeah? That's how my brain's been programmed, because that's what life's taught me. Okay? But that is a distorted lens I've been seeing the world through, yeah, where you can rely on people. You're supposed to. We are supposed to. It's what family and friends are for. When times are hard, or you need help, you need a hand, you need a favour, boom. Hey up, mate, you alright? Need a favour? You wouldn't mind, would you? Of course not, pal. What do you need? You wouldn't mind helping me move a few bits of furniture, would you? It's a bit friggin' heavy and I'm on my own. No bollocks to you, mate. I had to cut that at some point now, because that sketch served zero purpose. So, there you go. So what I'm trying to say is, guys, is that we are supposed to rely on other people. That's what people are there for. We're all in this world together. So, you might call yourself stubborn. I know I'm stubborn. My dad was stubborn. Oh my God, before he got sent to the hospital, before he died, oh my God. He couldn't walk. He could hardly move. He couldn't look after himself, and he refused help. He was not having it. Now I think to myself, if I don't sort this fucker out and allow myself to ask for help, I'm going to end up like that. Now, don't get me wrong, I did what I could to help my dad, as much as I could. But he wouldn't ask for the fucker, and he'd avoid the fucker, and he'd refuse the fucker. I need to stop swearing, don't I? Because of that mentality, that belief in himself that part of it is not feeling worth it either. Like that could be part of your belief that stops you from asking for help as well. Like you're not worth it. Yeah, because life beats us up. It do. It's beat me up several times, and it's told me things that just aren't true. And it's told me at times that I'm not worth it, that I'm not good enough for whatever. Okay? And I know I'm not alone in that. I know. So if life told you that lie as well, like it told me, do understand that it is a lie, and you are seeing the world through a distorted lens. It's not accurate, okay? You are worth it. You are enough. You're allowed to ask for help. Maybe someone's going to let you down. Yeah, that shit happens. Yeah. But asking for help, you find your true friends there, okay? I remember hard times once with me, and my mates all chipped in and got me a Hoover, right? And they just left it at my door, and I thought, fucking hell. I mean, times were really hard, and we're talking some years back now, and I had nothing. And a little gesture like that, I would never in a million years ask for it, but they just did it, yeah? So asking for help, I mean, I didn't, but asking for help, you're going to find who your people are, who your tribe are, yeah? We all need a tribe. We all need our tribe. We do. So there's no shame in that. There is zero shame in asking for help sometimes. Because believe you me, I can look at my dad's last moments before I made him go to the hospital, and I did. You don't want to end up like that, guys. Believe me, it destroyed me seeing my dad the way he was, and I begged him. I said, Dad, please get some help, because I can only do so much, and you won't let me do so much either. Don't end up like that, guys. And I can look at myself. Me and my dad, we are not so different, and I don't want to end up like that. That is not a way to go. Okay, so if you're stubborn, you're independent, there's a high probability you've got some self-esteem issues, and or you're very avoidant, okay? And you need to fix that, because being so avoidant of people is not a way to live your life. It ain't gonna end well, let me tell you that, because I've seen it firsthand, and I don't want that for me, and I don't want that for you. So if you're like me and you've lived your life on the outside, it's okay to let yourself in the inside, where there are other people there, because people do care. Sometimes they're few and far between, I get it, they are, but your tribe, your people, they are out there, yeah? And you won't know who's who till you ask for help. Allow yourself to be vulnerable sometimes and say, look, I'm struggling, mate. You wouldn't mind coming around and just talking to me, would you? Or, hey up, mate, you wouldn't mind giving me a lift to pick up a car, would you? Or, hey up, mate, fill in the blank, whatever. I don't fucking know, I could keep going. You want me to? You don't, do you? I ramble enough, I know I do. I'm doing it now as well. So we'll call that one done anyway, guys. Take heed. Do not end up in a bad way because you couldn't ask for help. There is no shame in it. Zero shame in asking for help, because sooner or later we're all going to need help in one way or another, and that's part of life. It's part of being a human. So get yourself together, sort yourself out, have a word with yourself, and like the video. Do it, go on. I dare you. I dare you. And subscribe if you haven't already, and maybe if you're new to me. Now I know old Josh Jables, he's gave me a good shout out. It was a very nice shout out he has, which is very, very kind of him, very nice of him. So if any of my new guys that came from him, welcome. Hit the subscribe. We've got some good stuff coming up, don't worry about that. I've always got plenty of topics, talk about life, so I ain't gonna run out of shit to say, am I? And I've made all the mistakes in the book, so I can tell you what not to do. Don't worry about that. And be the best you. and do it for you. Cheers, guys.